Also, game has tab out sound. It's great. Adol Christian, an adventurer of great renown whose exploits are widely discussed and hotly debated to this day. His enterprises are recorded in over 100 volumes of personal travelogue, which paint a vivid picture of the world and set the imaginations of those who read them ablaze. Indeed, a significant number of historians continue to believe that the Age of Discovery came about as a result of Adol's travelogues and the thirst for adventure their contents spur. At first I thought thirst was wrong there, so I just stumbled there. However, readers have often found themselves wondering at what point Adol Christian, born in a poor village high in the mountains, began referring to himself as adventurer. Historians and scholars have proposed countless theories to address this, yet in truth, the answer is recorded clearly in one particular volume of Adol's travelogues. The adventure I'm about to recount took place 2 years after Adol left his homeland. 18 years of age, his curiosity at its peak. Where would his thirst for unknown Where would his thirst for the unknown guide him next, and what wonders awaited him there? Let us look back on the events which occurred in the great forest of Celceta. I'm gonna say Celceta, and share Adol's passion for adventure and discovery. I think Celceta sounds a little bit better than Celceta. And Celceta, lends more credence to like a K. I'm gonna go with Celceta because in Dragon Ball Z, Cell is named Cell. So if I just cut off the second L, you got Cell. You get my logic there? Don't make a lot of sense. That cat animation is pretty rough. That walk animation is pretty rough. Oof. You know what I'm talking about, Angel. Don't give me that. A couple of miners are talking nearby. Not covered. Oh, okay. Hey, you heard the latest news? Seems they found another gold vein. Another volume for myself. Yeah, I heard the head miner went to check it out a while ago. Way I hear it, there are veins all the way into the Great Forest. Aha! This gold rush business really never lets up, does it? Still, they are seriously planning to start messing around in the forest? Won't even joke about that. Going near that place isn't worth all the money in the world. Can't spend it if you're dead, after all. I know he's not like walking normally, but we gotta talk about that later. Can't believe it's been 5 years since Celceta came under Roman control. This city has never been more active. A happy accident. The Romans don't give a darn about us. Until they struck gold, they couldn't even be bothered servicing the roads around here. Well, I hear there's gonna be a new governor general soon, for what it's worth. Who cares? Nothing's gonna change. They just come over here, put all their effort into lining their own pockets, and then as soon as the money runs dry, the cycle starts over. I suppose you're right, but hang on. Those walk animations are better. It's like a Roman officer, and a pretty hot one at that. I wish they'd at least end the war with all to go, so I could do business in peace already. Couldn't agree more there. Feels like they're just dragging their feet at this point. The font is just kind of big, and so it's kind of hard to read. Meanwhile, we just zombie walking through this town. Watch it, you idiot. Look where you're going. Oof. Get body. Adol was completely exhausted. He couldn't even muster the energy to stand up. And all you got? Kids these days, I tell you. No backbone at all. I tell you, man. Kids these days. My goodness. Look at him just laying on the floor in the rain. This is what kids do nowadays. Where am I? Ooh. Who am I? I don't even remember who he is. Sold all his legendary equipment, too. That has to be, like, immensely loud. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a high-res logo. I might be able to use that. The logo I have, I put in so much work into photoshopping it, and I didn't really think they would have like a high res, because in Oath of Felghana, I could not find a logo for that. It was the hardest thing in the world to find the purple logo. It was digital in high res. It just didn't exist. So I gave up on it. And I just made my own. And colored it my own, I guess. So it's not great, but it does the job. For now. This one they have like some wallpapers or whatever. So I've been using those. Not perfect. It seems like we're still in the Ys 3 Europe continent. I need to consult a map, find out where exactly we are. Goodness, life is full of surprises. To think that someone would wind up collapsed in a heap in the middle of a bustling city like this. Thank you for helping me. Well, unfortunately, I think I have a few spare rooms right now. Should be able to give you somewhere to rest at least. But take it easy for a while. It was a nasty spill and I'd hate to see it happen again.
Adol? Is that you, Adol?
Voice acting? Voice acting? Is that you voice acting?
There you are. I finally found you.
Oh. Partial voice acting. That is disappointing. It's me, your old pal Durin.
I thought I told you to let me know if you managed to make it back alive.
Who's Adol? Wait, Adol. I don't like Adol. Alright. Adol sounds better than Adol to me. Like, Adol sounds too close to like Adderall. Like, we ain't going there. Who are you?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, that's really not funny. Especially since I just said my name 2 seconds ago. It's Durin, remember? Never mind that.
You did it.
I'm gonna be covering up text, aren't I? Can't believe you came back alive from the great forest of Celceta. All places. I was gonna say Celceta. They say when you set foot in there, you lose all sense of direction and never come out again. Supposedly lots of gold in those woods. But Hispani and Rome both keep their distance, so there's no map to be found. Progress the text? Hello? Oh. Oops. Something about noise. Sorry. Now straight to business. No offense intended if I cut to the chase, but I am an information dealer after all. And I want all the intel you've got about the forest, and don't dare skimp on the details. Let's try winging it. You serious? Alright, that's what I like to hear. First and foremost then, are there any villages in there? Just knowing what would be there, or what would be a... Just knowing that there... Reading is hard. Just knowing that would be a huge deal for future expeditions. Man, how did I graduate college? Couldn't continue the charade. He wound up telling Durin the truth. Come on, man. You've got to be kidding me. So you don't even remember who I am? Or who you are, for that matter?
Oh, boy.
What the heck happened to you in there? Actually, forget I asked. In fact, forget we ever had this conversation at all. My instincts are telling me you got yourself into some big trouble in that forest. I want no part of it. Sorry, man. Don't take it personally. I just know a bad deal when I hear one. Hey, what's wrong? We've got a problem. The mine. There are monsters in the mine. What? Monsters? The monsters just showed up in that newly dug tunnel? It does lead to some old ruins. No surprise there'd be monsters in a place like that. Either way, times like these are what we have the Roman army for, right? Oh yeah. Leo, where's Commander Leo? He's not here right now. Seems he's out doing some sort of military training exercise. Even worse, the soldiers that are still here are just panicking. They have no idea what to do. Seriously? Man, they really are useless. Finally get a chance to do something useful for once, and they just freak out. Are there any miners who didn't get out in time? I don't know. It was every man for himself in there, so nobody really paid much attention. Can't blame them for that, I guess. Anyway, we can't just sit around. Let's go to the mine. Right. If there's monsters at the mine, why are you going to the mine? Sounds like there's a whole lot of trouble down at the mine. Beto, I'm gonna go take a look. See ya. Don't wanna be ya. What's up, Dante? Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription, my man. 4 months in grand total. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Alright, so I move with that. I press A for the talk bubbles, and I press A when the mark appears. We'll examine. Xbox default shown, button display and custom mapping can be set in the options. Additional option. In addition to the original configuration options, further customizability has been added specifically for this PC version. Open the camp menu, blah, 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 blah. And I got an achievement there. Alright, so I'm blocking some stuff. They're just not really giving me a whole lot of space to put myself. Option. I'll lower down this. Voice can be that. Oh, I can. Low difficulty, not be able to restore it on a save file. Oh, so I can't go higher. I can only go lower on difficulty. Okay. Cool. Can't change keybinds, can Oh, controls. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, so A, B for roll. I don't know if I like that. Y for extra skill. Right trigger for guard. What's right trigger? Or right shoulder button? Tab right? Tab left? Alright. Wow, 300 save slots. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Someone on YouTube was actually asking me the other day what I thought about save slots. And I mentioned that, you know, like for the most part, I think they're a luxury. And I think you should have as many save slots as difficulties you have, you know, so you have a save for every difficulty. Show off your stuff, whatever. 300 save slots? is a little bit overkill. 100 is overkill in my opinion. Things like this have been known to happen on occasion during mining excavation. Just hope no one gets injured. Her name is Peach. Don't worry, I'll keep a spot reserved for you to rest. Though it looks like I'm going to have to get ready as some injured people... to have some injured people in here as well. Sorry, but can you wait until I finish setting things up? It's your boy, Oni-chan, coming at you with another Mythic Let's Play. Today we're going to be playing Mythic. What Mythic dungeons are you going to be running today? You guys don't raid on Mondays? Alright, click the camp menu icon in the lower right corner of the screen or press camp menu and select save icon. I already saved. Let's see, so looks like I'm covering the camp menu. Let's click it with the mouse. Yeah, so I'm okay, I'm covering that up. That's not important. And then the button right above that is whatever this is, the item use. Which doesn't seem very pertinent right now. Mine seems to be the place where something big is happening. Okay. Is something big not happening here? I like this movement. That mini-map needs a little bit of work. Not raid on Mondays? You raid on Mondays? Aha. Dante does not sleep. Way to the mine. Where is the way to the Suckerfoo mine? Got my mouse cursor on here. Like a scrub. What is taking so long? Hurry it up. Get the injured out of there. Yes, ma'am. Safety of the miners is our highest priority. Make certain all of them are accounted for. Understood. Huh? Who's that now? That's Governor General Griselda. We just got here recently. Seems Commander Leo's away on business today, so she was assigned here in his place. I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. Came all this way to the mine so I could see the Romans screw up, not do their jobs. Guess you can't win them all. Are you the last? No, the head miner and a few others got trapped in the room the monsters came out of. Please help them. Hunting the head miner, how many are left? 3, I think. Understood, you may rest now. We will see to it that the others are rescued. You two. There are miners trapped inside who need our help. Make the necessary preparations and head in immediately. But we haven't received any orders from the commander yet. This is an emergency and I'm in charge. Prioritize the safe rescue of the miners above all else. There is no need to eliminate the monsters inside. Hey Sancho, who's higher rank, the commander or the governor general? The governor general, of course, idiot. There's no time to waste. Move it. Yes, ma'am. That wasn't me. I'm not doing anything. Governor General sure seems a heck of a lot more dependable than Commander Leo. Shame you can't say the same about those soldiers, but let's wait and see, I guess. Maybe she can whip them into shape. A strange orb of light suddenly began shining nearby, yet no one else seemed able to see it but Adel. To progress, you will find certain locations and objects upon which target circles appear. Switch to the appropriate character, touch the circles and press Y to activate the character's unique action. An event will occur. If the circle is red, use a different character. Touching the light. Adel can regain lost memories by touching orbs of light. Man and wife. And to feel a light headache and hear voices echoing inside his head.
I couldn't believe my ears when I heard that you repelled one of Sis's knives with just your sword. She never misses.
I honor the skill and courage you have displayed by crossing the territory of the beasts.
Yeah, he might not look like much, but his skill with a sword is really something. You'll have to fight me one-on-one sometime.
Hey, maximum HP increased by 10. That's what I'm talking about. Sword? Was I a swordsman? Ado felt an uncontrollable urge to get involved. It was simply too much to bear. He had to try to help resolve the situation. In the camp menu and select memories icon. Memories you have regained can be rewatched as many times as desired. Ooh. Pop the home chick slice. No time to waste. Arrange for additional personnel here at once. I want to talk to you. Yes, ma'am. Alright, I don't have a sword though, so I guess that new Governor General's everyone's been talking about. Seems like quite the go-getter from the looks of it. Alright, I guess I'm just... Do I even have a sword? My model shows a sword, but I do not show a sword. Why? So if I just walk inside and...
Hold on.
Oh, hold up now. Step away from you for just a few minutes and find you wandering in here alone? Where do you think you're going? What a strange voice. Or you weren't just hearing things? You obviously suffered a blow to the head if you wound up with amnesia. It'll explain to Dern what happened at the mine entrance. I think I get it now. You're one of those people, aren't you? The thing I hate more in this world, or this whole wide world, than you naive, meddlesome little do-gooders. You just have to try and solve everyone else's problems, and you drag others down with you while you're doing it. Well, I know better than to try and talk your kind out of these crazy stunts, but if you must go, at least take this. Got it. I don't want your corpse on my conscience. I can't believe you were seriously thinking of wandering in here barehanded. Come to think of it, you lost all your memories. Does that mean you've forgotten how to fight too? Maybe. That's really not something you should be saying with a straight face, especially not in a mine full of monsters. Fine, I'll come part of the way with you. Only part of the way though, you got it? Now who's being naive? Yeah, let's throw some little sass in. Cut it, you. Let's just get this over with. Wouldn't join the party. So I get party members. Go in the camp menu and select equip, select the type of equipment, select from the item list. I particularly like that the sword is already equipped on me. Right now. However, if I go to equipment, I do not have a sword equipped. That's interesting, isn't it? Kind of disappointed there's no, like, jump button. Just, whatever this dashing move. Several boulders are blocking the way. It seems the commotion. Haven. Like we're not getting through here. Gonna have to look for another route.
My turn.
Wait, what? I can play him too? Oh my goodness. That's cool. I don't know if I want to play with the D-pad or the joystick. This is a pretty old looking monument. What? What did you just do? Only touched it. Yeah, I guess that is all you did. Looks like it's been buried here for a long time. Well, let's just focus on getting out of here. No time to be worried about old statues. Bet you I'll get a tutorial about it, though. Touching a stone monument restores all HP and cures status effects. On game over, you can retry the last monument you touched or the last town or camp you visited. That's only a little obnoxious. Just purchase some WoW game time. Code Dante does. What about the VPN code? I was just telling Rot about that. What are they doing so close to the entrance? How does it feel to hold a sword again, Adel? Feels pretty natural. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, try taking these monsters on by yourself to start with. They seem pretty weak, so they should make for a nice warm-up. Alright, A, do that. Right trigger to guard, B to evade, so that's like the roll. And then those triggers to switch characters. That's probably going to change if I get like spells or something like that. Looks like there's a set amount of time that you have to sit there and guard. Oh, I have to pick these up. Don't know what they are. Might be monies. Looks like your body remembers how to use the sword, even if your brain doesn't. Awesome, you learned a skill in that fight too. Make sure you equip it before we move on though. You can only use skills when you've got them equipped. You like games with movement skills rather than just running from place to place? I'm gonna say I do too. Maybe? Party members may learn skills when fighting tough foes. Once a skill is learned, it can be set to a button by selecting skills from the camp menu. Skills can be used in combat combos. That. Hold your attack until the character flashes. Then the next strike will be charged. Charged attacks gain SP. Hold left trigger, then press A, B, X, or Y to activate. I see. So that is this. Okay. Okay. I get it. It make sense of this. Hurting people with swords is just like riding a bicycle. This game. I don't know why you were beating that 4-piece of rock, but thank you. I got items from that. These monsters aren't going to be as easy to deal with as the last lot. My strike attacks aren't too effective against soft-bodied creatures like these, but your sword slash attacks should do the job nicely. On the other hand, those tough-looking ones over there might repel your sword, but my fists and kick can smash them up good. In other words, we've both got enemies we're strong against, and enemies we're weak against. You focus on monsters weak to slash attacks, and I'll focus on the ones weak to strike attacks. Got it? Got it. The character's attack type, slash strike, or pierce, determines how much damage is dealt to different types of enemies. If an enemy is difficult to damage, try switching to a character with a different attack type. Clicking on an enemy or pressing left 3 allows you to view its name, level, and weakness. More detailed information is available in the monster section of the journal. I need to go to that. Sound is still kind of loud.
That was nothing.
Starting to get the hang of fighting again? Oh, and just in case you need it, I'll give you one of these. Honey potion. You know what? Sure. You're so thoughtful. What the heck is wrong with you? Don't say that kind of thing with a straight face. It's embarrassing. Anyway, that's a healing item. Always good to keep a few on hand. If your health's low and you think you're in trouble, use one while you still can, or forever hold your peace. Select the items in the camp menu, or click the item, blah blah blah, in the right corner. Select the Use tab. Click the item. You have to do that in combat? That's kind of obnoxious.
Leave it to me. My turn. All right.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Combat's okay so far. I really wish I could jump.
Hey, Bonza, you okay?
Sancho! I think my leg's broken!
Why are you standing on it?
Stop whining, or the commander's gonna yell at us when he gets back.
Go away, shoo. I like this option. The game won't let us get away with this, so I'm not going to do it. I just know this game is not going to let it. So, we're here to help. Hansa, someone's here to come help us. Help. We can't just leave them. But of all the monsters we've fought so far, these look like the toughest. Just think of this as a chance to review everything you've learned. Give them all you've got. The extra gauge increases when a skill hits a foe. The more SP it costs, the more the gauge will go up. When the extra gauge is at max, unleash a powerful extra skill with Y. Which one is Y? They mention it's an extra skill. That ability is very extra. Thought I was gonna die.
Come on now.
Oh, come on now. Oh, come on. Now you're just exaggerating. By the way, who are you two? Oh, just a passing information dealer and his amnesiac do-gooder companion. You two might not be any kind of match for what's in here. You do well to head back. Sancho, let's do that. I don't think I can go on. My leg still hurts. I knew I wasn't cut out to be a soldier.
Oh, boy.
Suppose we might as well leave for now. Not going to be any use like this. Take care of yourselves, you two. Bye. Celceta armies, technically part of Rome's armed forces, but it's made up more of locals than trained Romans. As you can see, morale isn't exactly high. It means it's our time to shine. Let's keep moving. I wonder if I can reduce the size of the text. That would be amazing. Doesn't look like I can. Draw distance. Want me to flash with me? Yeah, I don't think I can. You know, and then meanwhile, like, the text on this screen is like super tiny. And then, you know, Homeboy Slides was like, let me go beat this down. While you're fighting. Well, you get none of it. Oh. I thought this was ground. I am very caught off guard. I really think there was going to be swimming in this game. Excellent kill. There, an ingot.
Leave it to me.
Oh. Big damage. Alright, looks like it's locked. Let's see. Right, the gate is definitely locked up tight. Oh, it's not budging. Don't think there's any other way to go deeper into the mine, though. Let's try forcing it open. That'll be plan B, but with a lock this well made, it's a lot easier said than done. I think we should have a look around and see if keys anywhere nearby before we start busting up the place. Alright, just think to yourself where the key could possibly be in a mine like this. Not like making up things. Rest is locked up tight. This too? Still, this is a much simpler lock than the one on the gate. No problem, leave it to me. Turing can pick open locked chests, allowing you to obtain the items inside.
My turn.
That fanfare. Like that did the trick. Right, let's go get the gate open and see what's waiting for us behind it. Locked up tight. Use the key. It is now unlocked. As I used the key. I've got a honey potion. I don't know how much that camera angle was necessary. Alright. Oh, goodness. I don't care if my sword attacks are ineffective. I'm gonna bring the ruckus. Touch that. Oh. I'm gonna have to change that character changing thing. Do not like it. This place feels a lot different from the rest of the mine. Some kind of old ruin. Aldovas, the Awakening Armored Beast.
Hold on.
This is the monster that started all the trouble? Watch out, Adel. Don't want to die. You better hurry up and remember how to fight. Alright, the following sequence will allow you to fight effectively. Obtain SP with charged attacks. Use skills to charge the extra gauge. Unleash an extra skill. 1, 2, 3, just like that, eh? boy. Oh, the double hit. Oh, I lost my charge. Oh. Oh yeah, I have a guard. Probably guarding something. I took 24 damage. That's what I want to try. Okay. Guard is a big deal. Up again. That's what I wanted to wait for.
Brought the ruckus there.
Felt good. Getting bodied too. Really wish I could jump. Really wish. That was close. Man, I gotta say, you're pretty strong. You might have lost your memories, but I'm starting to see how you were able to make it out of that forest alive. No one's more surprised than I am. Yet you came wandering in here without a sword. Hopeless doesn't even begin to describe you. You two. Couldn't believe my eyes. You actually managed to take down that huge monster. I'm Wagner, the head miner. I'm just... so glad you're okay. I can't thank you enough. You literally saved all our lives from certain doom. As long as that monster was there, we had nowhere to go. At least none of you are too worse for wear. Thank goodness for small favors, I guess. Absolutely. I'm eternally grateful that no one was hurt. Although, there is something worth noting that occurred just in the next area. See, there's a strange statue there, and at one point it started to glow, and that seemed to calm the monsters a bit. It might have just been my imagination, but I could swear it actually happened. What kind of ruin is this? Sometimes we end up unearthing remnants of old ruins when digging tunnels around here. Fortunately, that means we also sometimes end up unearthing monsters like that thing. Look like you want to see it even more now, Adel. If you're that interested, you should go take a look for yourself. We, on the other hand, should be leaving. Thinking everyone's quite worried about us by now. Sure thing, take care of yourselves. Where's my fat loots? Well, you're into these kinds of places, huh? Well, we're here anyway, so we might as well take a quick look around. What happened to taking us halfway in? Huh? Not G-Money Fizzle? Looks like a goddess statue. Hey, what's that? Is that the statue Wagner was talking about? Adel was suddenly stricken with a violent, intense headache. Adel. I'm truly sorry. This way. Certain you return this false sanctuary. I have. Hey, Adel. You okay? Was it that voice you heard outside again? Don't look so good. I think it's about time we head out of here ourselves. Suddenly, a light appeared before the two, concealing a small winged object within it. Silver wing. Hey, hopefully this will be able to teleport us around. Hopefully.
Hold on.
Oh, that sure wasn't here before. Where the heck did it come from? It looks old. I wonder what it was used for. Do you think this ruin has anything to do with the voice you heard? I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Sorry. I know that when miners dig up ruins, monsters sometimes show up, or other strange things start to happen. Seems like this is just another unsolved mining mystery for the history books. Well, I'm ready to go anytime. When you're done down here, let's head back to the surface. The wing is shining brightly. It appears to be reacting to something. Oh boy, what now? Is it resonating with that stone monument? Take a closer look. Silverwing can now be used to warp between stone monuments. Silverwing allows you to warp between monuments of the same color and shape. There are different colors and shapes. Examine a monument to display the warp menu. Select one of the illuminated monuments. Party will warp to the selected monument. Are there different monument shapes? That really just happened. Hey, Muriel! I think it's Muriel. I'm still gonna go with Muriel. What just happened? This is the entrance to the mine, isn't it? How'd we get here? Did that monument warp us here? How many weird things have happened today? It's making my head hurt. Come on, let's just get back to town already. I want to kill more monsters. What's going on here? Here they come! Here they come! Good job. We all heard about you from the head miner, kid. Thanks for helping my friends, big guy. Excellent work, gentlemen. So you are the red-haired youth noted in the report. My name is Griselda. I'm the Governor General of Celceta. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Adel Christian. Adel, you say? A fine name, fitting for one as brave yet approachable as yourself. I don't know if it's a fine name, but I mean, the guy was pronouncing it Adel earlier. What kind of name is Adel? I too would like to extend my deepest thanks for saving not only the miners, but some of our army soldiers as well. There's more I wish to discuss with the two of you, but I prefer not to make this commotion any greater. Would you mind accompanying me to my office? Do I get a say in the matter? Hey, I recognize those banners from the last Ys game I played. Still, this is quite the coincidence. I recently heard of a mysterious island called Asteria in the east, long cloaked in violent, impenetrable winds. I also heard that it was freed from its storm wall by a young red-haired man much like yourself. Asteria. Asteria has to be the place in Ye 1 and 2 Chronicles, I think. I believe they talked about the storm wall. Pretty sure. Now that you mention it, I heard something similar from a traveler in the bar myself a while back. But there's no way, right? Regardless, I would like to extend my deepest thanks to you for all you've done here, Adel. There is one other issue I would also like to discuss with you. Disobeying my direct orders. Are you familiar with the great forest of Celceta to the northwest of here? Oh, sassy. Of course. Well then, that certainly simplifies matters. It is said that few who enter the great forest ever return alive. As such, even our army has been hesitant to explore its depths, leaving it mostly in an uncharted wilderness. However, we've recently received orders from Rome instructing us to find new gold deposits. We must make haste. I therefore have a formal request of you, Adel Christian. Would you consider undertaking the task of mapping the Great Forest on our behalf? Mapping it? Again, it is an uncharted wilderness. Few set foot within and fewer return, therefore no map presently exists. We would begin a thorough expedition into the forest starting tomorrow, carefully mapping every millie. I cannot deny that it would be a dangerous task indeed, but you will be rewarded most generously for your efforts. Tomorrow we will be formally announcing the quest and presenting the first able complete it with a large sum of gold. What kind of money are we talking about here? Will be awarded in installments based on percentage explored. In total, our budget is 30 million gold. Oh, not bad at all. Numerous explorers and prospectors have already heard rumors of this and begun gathering here in Kaznan. If you're interested? I would like to hear your answer as soon as possible, before sundown tomorrow, preferably. However, the hour is late, so please rest for the night. There is a room at the inn. I am hopeful we'll think it over. How do you know there's a room at the inn? How do you know that? I got an achievement, Mine Raider. I'm entering territory that you're unfamiliar with. Oh, that's trigger for that is like forever. Never played or even seen this game. You don't say. That means I have no help. I should be concerned. You're the warriors who defeated the monster in the mines, are you? Allow me to thank you for your efforts as well. We're greatly indebted to you. Did he just jump over that desk? That was amazing. Let's see him do it again. Do it again. Can't wait for the Advance Wars stream. Soon. PM. Mustachioed man. Where did the word mustachio come from? Like, is that like like just another language's word for mustache or something like that? You're the swordsman who took down that monster in the mine, aren't you? Probably Italian? Okay. Could be it. You got the wrong person, bub. My question was a rhetorical one. I know it was you. Fiery red hair is not exactly a common trait among the locals.
I am the great Leo, commander of the Celcetan army and the finest swordsman around.
Hey, Celcetan. I got it right. I'm proud of myself.
Don't you start getting cocky just because you took down a little monster while I was away. If I'd been here, I would have defeated it in 1/10 of the time. With such skill and grace, you would have been left speechless.
English voice acting? So far, there has been a little bit of it. Very little of it. And it's like in the strangest of places. And sometimes it only voice acts like half of the sentence. That Commander Leo is probably the most infamous man in Kaznin. I'm sure you can see why. Amazing how quickly you got involved with some of the strangest, most influential folks around. Exhausted, Adol and Durin made their way toward the bar. The lighting on these characters, like specifically Durin, is like a little too much. I think this has been the longest day of my life. What are you going to do about the Governor General's request? I haven't decided yet. What, you worried? I don't think you'd get along with the Romans all too well, but...
At all.
Hey, Adol. I have a crazy idea. How about the two of us accept her offer together? You just want the reward money. Isn't that obvious? You're right, of course. But it's not such a bad deal for you either, you know. I want the money. You want to get your memories back. And to get your memories back, you're going to need to go back into the Great Forest anyway, right? We make the map, sell it to the Romans, and I get juicy info while we're at it. Everybody's happy. It's win-win. I feel like I'm being used. Nothing wrong with being used from time to time. Just means you're useful. We can both benefit. We might as well stick together. Safer than going into those woods alone, that's for sure. Adol and Durin decided to accept the challenge of mapping the Great Forest of Celceta, aka no input from me. As it was late, however, they opted to rest up at the inn for their impending expedition. The next morning, they visited the Governor General to formally accept the mission, then immediately began preparing for the road ahead. Now, I'm sure you're ready to explore, but let me first give you a rundown of things you can do in Kaznin. First, quests. Here's how they work. You can accept quests whenever you want by checking the quest board in the inn. And every time you complete a quest, you'll get a reward from the client. See that board over there? That's Kaznin's quest board. Let's go have a closer look at it. Alrighty, so we got client Mucho. Wants to make a special drink. And doesn't really tell me like what I have to do first. And I'm guessing the urgent there means that they will expire after a certain amount of time. Did you check everything posted there? Hey, looks like someone from this bar has put up a request up. Convenient, I guess. If you feel like accepting it, go talk to him. Might be good practice. Though this guy's a little odd. Quests are displayed on the quest board in each town or village. Examining a quest on the board automatically adds it to the journal so you can undertake it. Hey, I'll take that. NPCs who offer quests display a quest mark above them. You can discuss details by speaking with them. By the way, you have a journal, right? You can note your progress, exploring the Great Forest, quests you've accepted, monsters encountered, materials found. You write those kinds of things down, it'll come in handy later on. It's always a good idea to take lots of notes. You know, I'm waiting for the anime or the video game where, like, you're fighting or whatever, and you're getting all of this information from the monsters, and either you or like this companion that is dedicated to writing down all this information is actually physically writing it down, and you have to like delay the fight long enough for all that information to be recorded or something like that. I'm just waiting for that to come out. I will watch/play that without even knowing anything else about it. Open the camp menu, select journal, do all that stuff. That's all I got to say about quests. Next, I'll give you a quick tour around town, so let's head outside. Wouldn't that would actually be an interesting way to do like boss fights too, because it wouldn't be just about getting the boss to low enough health. It's about surviving for a certain amount of time to get all the information recorded, and in some cases actually exploiting like certain weaknesses and things like that to get more information out of the boss to maybe get like higher rewards or something like that. Man, I just thought of a video game. Alright, game developers, make it happen. Oh, are you here about Langritz? This request actually came from the Governor General's office. It's too dangerous to leave that thing alone for too long, so we've sent reward money in advance to give to whoever defeats it. So let me know if you happen to be the one. And he's got your name on it. You know, tell me where it is? Yeah. Oh, okay, so it tells me on the map where it is. That's that could be nice, depending on stuff. That look on your face tells me that you have something to say. You have seen the request, my request on the board? That's right. What is it you want us to do? Allow me to explain. Right now, I'm in the middle of refining my finest product. Actually, I'm talking about the almighty muscle milkshake. After some thought, I've decided on the perfect ingredient. Essence of the wild, impossible to obtain from livestock raised surrounded by domestic comfort. That, gentlemen, is Fabros milk. Fabros milk? Indeed, the Fabros is a strong, wild beast, which looks familiar is what I want to say. Similar to a cow, found on the plains just before the Great Forest. And I'd like you two to go and milk one for me. Milking a wild beast, huh? Sounds like it's going to be a tough one. So is there some way to tell the males from the females, or the males from the females apart? Seeing as we'll obviously have to milk a female, the easiest way to tell them apart is to look at the horns. Males have 3 horns and the females only have 1. Not easy, huh? Alright. There's also a few other things you should bear in mind. First is that the female Fabroses are exceptionally cautious beasts. As such, you won't find many of them on the plains. And if one of them sees a threat, it will run away immediately. So you're going to have to sneak up on it. See, you're really pretty knowledgeable about these things, aren't you? But of course, in my younger days, I would sometimes milk a Fabros and drink it on the spot. But I can't abandon this shop long enough to do that now. All I can do is put out a request asking someone to do it for me. Right. I think that covers everything. You got all that, Adol? Next time we're on the plains, let's look for a female Fabros. Actually, I have a fairly good idea where you can find one. There's a patch in the field before where the Fabroses are known to graze. Let me show you. Go pointed to area on the map of Great Forest. Why the female Fabroses are known to graze has now been marked. Well then, good luck to you. I am a man. Milk does a body good. I need to play Monster Hunter? What? Monster Hunter? I don't know if Monster Hunter really fits that. I was kind of thinking of, I didn't want to talk to her. Kind of thinking of like more of an RPG game. But I'm kind of staying away from Monster Hunter. I don't trust Monster Hunter. So there are a few shops in Kaznan worth mentioning. That is Billy's Curios. He sells all kinds of items from health potions to antidotes. That is Thomas's Armory. Name suggests he's your man if you need any new weapons or armor. Shall we have a look over there then? Alright man, you better give us a discount for saving the miners of this town. I'm the reason you're still in business. Nice place, isn't it? That guy over there is its namesake, Thomas. You want to buy any weapons or armor, he's the man to talk to. Merchants and service vendors have a shop mark. You can use these facilities by speaking to them. Yada yada, this and that. Next, I'll show you around the trading post. Enter the trading post directly from outside, or you can go to the back way through the armory. If we're already here, it's faster just to go down the stairs. Come on. This guy has what a purchase. I can't afford anything. Looks like a character we'll get later on can use a spear, some daggers or something like that, and a mace. Said that when I was talking about the boss weaknesses and such, thought it was an appropriate thing to say. They do have weaknesses in that game, but I guess more the concept I was really just going with was like having to record down all this, just something really silly and ridiculous. This is the Goldsmith trading post. There are a bunch of handy shops here. Nobody would ever make that game. I wanted to throw that out there. Ridiculous. I would make that game, and it would be hot garbage. Like the smithy, where you can get your weapons and armor reinforced. Weapons and armor have a total of 8 statistics that can be reinforced using minerals excluding ore. Isn't ore a mineral? Need to ponder that for a moment. I want to say ore is a mineral. Weapon reinforcements. Attacks deal more damage. Recover HP when attacking enemies. That sounds good. Attacks sometimes deal critical damage. SP gain is increased. Poison status. That sounds really good. Paralysis, burning, and freezing. There's a lot of really good status effects. Armor reinforcements. Ooh, recovery sounds good. Evasion could be good. Increased speed would be good. And then defense to status effects. Okay. Blacksmith can also refine ore into metals and gems if you bring them to work with. You're going to need them too if you're planning on doing reinforcing. First you look for some ore, then you refine it, then you use that refined ore to give weapons and armors a nice boost. Best keep all that in mind. Metals and gems used to reinforce weapons and armors can be created throughout the refining process. Refining ore requires a set amount of gold and coal based on the value of the materials. The man over there is Goldsmith, shop's owner. You give him a bunch of one material, he'll exchange them for an item of higher quality. Best of all, he doesn't charge anything, so it's definitely a service worth using. In other words, it's free. The best price of them all. Actually, the best price of them all is that people give you money for you to give them things that they want. See how that works? In large enough quantities, certain materials such as brittle bones can be exchanged for higher quality materials. Exchanging is free of charge. That does it for the shops here in Kaznan. Once you finish checking out the trading posts, let's go back outside through the main entrance. You make games, Dante? What games do you? I've never seen you make a game before. Wow. A very expensive thing. You always need a scholar with you when you fight bosses, record everything down? Yeah, something like that. Or, like they can get like a little mascot on your shoulder or whatever, like Jiminy Cricket or whatever, and he has his journal and like a little timer bar at the top or whatever, and he's recording things. And when you discover something new, the timer like decreases a little bit, but maybe you get like a boost or something, you know, some sort of bonus or something like that for the fight. I can just think of the mechanics of this, you know. The rest of the game has to fall into place elsewhere, but you know, this is starting to work out. Finally, we wrapped up my grand tour of Kazan. You haven't even taken me anywhere. You've taken me to like a shop and an inn. What a pain. If you hadn't gone and lost your memories, I wouldn't have had to bother showing you it all again. Sure. I pretend to be deeply offended. Oh, hold on a minute. I was only joking. I didn't think you'd take it so personally. He'll admitted he was only joking as well. Oh, so you're a wise guy now, huh? May not remember who you were before, but I'll tell you one thing. You weren't that guy. Well, that's pretty much Kazan in a nutshell. So, time to start planning how we're going to tackle the Great Forest. How do people get here if they don't come through the Great Forest? Pretty amazing view, right? That's the Great Forest of Celceta, spreading out from one horizon to the other like a vast sea of trees. Vast as why? It's way too big. That's why the Romans wanted a map of it, I guess. Though apparently you've made it back alive from there once already. Anyway, take a look to the northwest. Can't see it too well today because of the fog, but when it's nice out, there's a huge tree that towers over all the others. I'd place it about here on the map, roughly. A rhoda tree? Also, word around the Governor General's office is that the mouth of a large river's... Word around the Governor General's office is that the mouth of a large river's been found along the forest coastline. I think they screwed up right there. Could be a mouth of a large river. Well, I guess you know, the apostrophe S could be has. Mouth of a large river has been found. Just reads weird. English sucks. If that's true, it'd mean a river cuts right through the middle of the forest. Which would put it about here-ish. These two bits of information are pretty much all we've got to go on for the moment. Might as well check them both out. Up to you where we head first. Only things we can rely on at this point are our own two legs and a blank map. We need to leave town through the north exit to get to the Great Forest. So as soon as you're ready, let's get going. Open the camp menu and select the map icon or press that button. Following information is added and updated automatically. Map completion, terrain of known areas, towns and dungeons, materials, harvest points, story, and quest goals. By clicking the mini-map on the upper right screen or pressing like select, you can enlarge it to view the following information: quest destinations, location of facilities and towns, quest board, armory, location of treasure, yada yada, this and that. Or as you explore the Great Forest, your map will begin to fill. The amount of ground that's been charted is known as a percentage. This percentage can be checked on the map itself. A number of rewards are available based on this value. There are 10 reward tiers in total, which can be attained by reporting your progress to Griselda in her office. In addition to gold, some reward tiers also include valuable items. So you can get 100% map completion. Probably not. Not really a big 100% guy. Although I do keep it 100. But, you know, there's a difference between keeping it 100 and you know, 100%ing things. The distinction I thought I'd make. All right, so I gotta put these other two quests. One in here. The games you make are called Your Life and Getting Played. Well played. or not played, maybe? However you want to go about that. So you're Wallace. We saw your quest on the board. That's me. Yup. Well, you've come to accept it then. Well, that depends on the details. Fair enough. All I ask is for you to run a little errand on my behalf. I'll give you the funds, so you go to the item shop and buy me some honey potions. All there is to it. Wait, seriously? Can't just go there yourself? Are you really that lazy? Well, I have my reasons. Let's just put it that way. Will you accept? Sure. Really? Thanks. So, we have to buy you 3 honey potions. That's it? Guess we'll get going then. Said you provide the funds, right? Right, here you are. I should have known. You're kidding me. Don't people usually deal in money around here? Hold on now, don't give me that look. It might not be gold, but it's still payment. I get it. You want us to exchange this? Then. Exactly. If you sell those as they are, you won't get much for them. But if you exchange them for something a bit more valuable at the trading post, you'll get a lot more. Trade them all for sturdy bones, and you should be able to sell those for 300 gold. And buying 3 honey potions costs exactly that, see? Might not be losing any money, but I still feel kind of cheated somehow. Come on, Adol. Let's get this over with. Thanks. You know, what a sucker. I'm gonna be wasting our time like that. This is the trading post. Where people are just like looking at me and just be like, what is this guy doing? We'll exchange those bones later. That other quest. Oh, well, I guess we'll just do this now. Okay. Do that all at once. That's nice. L. 30 bones. Probably don't want to sell them all. Oh, 5. Just in case. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, he has shop. Thought there was a quest. Where's the quest guy? Oh, yeah, he does have quest. I was right. Oh, iron ore. Oh, you come about the iron ore? Well, I appreciate your interest, but you don't seem to have enough. Come back when you brought what I need. Journal. Oh yeah, you mentioned something about quests. Didn't some of the other games have quests in them? I think they did. But they weren't like quests, where, you know, like you formally go accept them and things like that. In Felghana, I believe the quests in there, you just had to go talk to NPCs and get them items. Like, for example, that pendant that you can find for the old lady. That was a quest. Looks like those things respawn over time. And the longer you wait, the more fat loot you get. Item. I guess I gotta be at the whatchamacallit. Ask me what I'm doing. I like to call it is shenanigans. Those the only two? I thought there was one more. I guess not. Life is hard. How many do I have? I have 5. Wow. That's gonna take forever. But do that another time. Not even any monsters in here. I was hoping there would be monsters in here. Go give this guy his potions. Yeah, people have to be looking at me, just saying to themselves like, look at this guy just rolling across town. Something's seriously wrong with this guy. Here's your honey potions. Here you go from the markets. Perfect, thanks. This is the stuff indeed, exactly what I was looking for. No wonder I managed to buy the wrong thing before. You bought the wrong thing? Yeah, the other day I went to the item shop to buy some honey potions. Somehow I wound up walking out with bitter potions instead. Those bitter potions are your reward, so here you go. I don't know who buys these things, bitter and more expensive, unbelievable. But they're apparently high quality, so what do I know? Bottoms up, gentlemen. Ah, that's the stuff. Nothing goes with food better than a good honey potion. See, well, glad we could be of service, I guess.
That's one down.
This was kind of scary. What time is it? 7:32. I haven't done. See. Okay. So that's the month. I gotta go. Okay. Yeah, she's so pretty, blah, blah, blah. Well, you want to pass through here? Sorry, I can't let you do that. You need the Governor General's permission to leave Celceta. Sorry, but those are the rules. Oh. Thought I had permission because we talked to her off screen? Greetings, Ado Christensen. To reiterate, but earlier, please give your reports on the map directly to me. You will receive a portion of reward every time I make significant progress. At certain milestones, yeah, okay, I get it. So you have nothing new to me. Homeboy Slice won't let me leave that way. So, let's try that exit. I tumble through town. What is this? Get the latest scoops. I've got the latest on prettiest lady in town, Governor General Griselda. How about it? I'll sell it to you cheap. You're still at this? I made this scoop up, I'll bet. It's you, Durin. Didn't expect to run into you here. Whatever, you can't prove it's not true until you've heard it. And you're not hearing it unless you pay up. That's only fair. So how about it? I'll tell you for a mere 100 gold. It's a steal. What, really? Sure you can live without knowing this amazing scoop? Yeah, I'm a good dog. My, aren't you two some fine-looking gentlemen? Would you care to have some fun with me? I'll give you the time of your life. I don't get a choice? Feel, robbed. Okay. This thing. Fade. Saved, right? I think it's saved. Okay. I have taken my first foray into Ys 4, Memories of Celceta. And so far, so good. It's very different thus far, but nothing really to complain about for the most part. I like where the game could be going. It's very rough around the edges in some areas, but those things are pretty easy to overlook. Combat is pretty nice. I'm a little worried about bosses. Movement is very, we'll call it one-dimensional right now, whereas I can only move I can't, without jumping, I know this is going to be kind of crazy to say, but without jumping, there's not a whole lot of diversity in how I'm able to problem solve fights or just goof around. Gotta get used to this new combat style, I guess. It's basically about rolling out of the way and guarding, which is different from the other games. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific, for some more Ys Memory of Celceta. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. See you tomorrow. Peace.